What's up everybody, with the new GTA Online update coming out just tomorrow when I'm making this video, I have my predictions and cars that I want to be added with the new update. And so this is going to be a list of, I believe I have 11 vehicles that I'm going to show off. They all range from sports cars and supercars to some SUVs and trucks. But these are going to be my picks, and some of these you might have seen on other videos similar to this one. But that's really just because these are popular vehicles that many people have been wanting for over the years now. But I'm going to go ahead and get started with the two supercars that I have selected. First up here I have the McLaren Speedtail, and so this is a really fast car made by McLaren, of course, and in real life it's a one-seater car, but on GTA they could always just make it a two-seater, no big deal there. But this car looks fantastic. It's a very unique design to it, especially coming from McLaren. But it's a car that I think few people have been saying that they wanted added into the game for maybe a good like 2 or so years by now. But that's my first pick for the supercars. Next is the Jesco. This is a Koenigsegg, and of course this is another really fast car, one of the fastest cars in the world right now currently. And this would be probably the fastest in GTA as well. This of course has 2 seats in it. Would probably have some nice customization options, and it's a car that would be a overflawed, and there might be a name for it already in the game, but I'm not sure what that is exactly. Alright, up next here I have the sports class, and this is kind of hard to predict and choose some vehicles because the sports class is so wide in variety. But of course here is a Z. It's a new baseline of course like the 370Z and the 350Z, and so this here is a pretty cool car. It would have some good customization with it, of course, and it's just a car that a lot have been wanting and demanding for a good year now. And next here is kind of more of a car that I just really won in the game, but this is the Scuderia from 2009. And this was actually in GTA 4, one of just like a street vehicle that you could find, and I thought that they could pretty much just copy and paste that into GTA 5 now. But this is actually one of my favorite Ferraris in real life, and I just think that it's a cool car, so I kind of just put this one in here just to have some more cars on here. But this is just kind of more of a car I want versus a prediction. And lastly, this here is the NSX, and this is also a enthusiast car that many people, many channels, many communities have been demanding now for years upon years, and I've been playing this vehicle in multiple videos like this in the past myself, but hopefully we can finally get it now with the new update coming out tomorrow, or if not, for the drip feed. And so for the next class I have is just the sports classics, and it's actually more of a supercar, but it is a Bugatti, and I'll go ahead and pull that up now. Alright, this here is the Bugatti EB110, and so this is a older Bugatti from I think like the late 90s or early 2000s, and some people might think it's kind of ugly looking, but I think it's a car that looks like it just belongs in GTA Online. It has kind of a very unique Bugatti design to it, and I know that right now I think the last Bugatti added to the game was just the Devo, so that was added 3 years ago, so I think it's time for a new Bugatti at this point. Okay, next up I have a truck and the SUV that I've predicted, and so the first one here is the Rivian RT1. This is an completely electric truck here, and this is something that we don't have in GTA yet. They could also do like the Hummer for an electric truck, but I think the Rivian looks more like a GTA styled car, and so this might be added into the game. There's also the Tesla Cybertruck that I know that some people have been kind of predicting for a little while now. That might be also a valid candidate for this spot, but I just decided to put the Rivian because I think it looks the best out of those 3 options. And then here for the SUV, of course, I have the Jeep Trackhawk, and this is a car that I have and many people have been kind of demanding and predicting to be added to the game for quite some time now. I made a video maybe a year or maybe even 2 years ago where I actually had this used as one of the thumbnail pictures. Like this video, I have 4 of them. I used this as the thumbnail, and then also of course I implemented this into the video. But that's my picks for the truck and SUV being added to the game. And of course, lastly, I have the sedans. In every update, there usually seems to be 1 or 2 cars that GTA likes to add that are 4-door sedans. And so here is the Hyundai Ioniq 6, and this is also a kind of a electric car that has been kind of recently revealed by Hyundai in real life. And this might be still too new of a car to be added in real life. I don't know if this is still too new, but it looks good. It looks cool. It would be an all-electric 4-door sedan, which I think there's only like 1 or 2 of these in the game right now, one of them being like the Raiden, which is a Tesla in real life. And then for my second pick though, I have the BMW M5, and this would be a more of a luxury competitive performance styled sedan that they could add in the game. I believe I also had this in one of my previous videos from like a year or two ago with like the contract DLC. But I think this is overall would be a cool car that they could add. It's nothing that we don't already have. It would be very similar to like the Audi that we just have in the Tuners DLC, or some very other, like the Cadillac that they have, the CTSV or whatever it's called in GTA. But those are 11 cars that I predict and also kind of want to be added into the game with this upcoming DLC. But those are really all my picks, and if you have any comments and ideas for yourself, go ahead and feel the need to put those in the comment section down below. But if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button to see all my latest content. Hit the like button to show your support towards me. But that's all I have for you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.